Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and yes, oh my god, so many exciting things today. Not only did Ariana Grande's new album come out, and I'm like totally stoked for it, but I went to my local Bath & Body Works, and thank you so much for the kind sales associate for hooking me up with all the juicy newness from like spring 3. So we have a lot of the new candles coming up for the next floor set that I was able to get for the candle sale. And then, oh my god, there's a new lavender latte at Starbucks as well. And you guys know I love like floral scented or floral flavored drinks. So I also tried that today too. So yeah, just so much juiciness today. The one not so juicy thing is, if you couldn't tell, my voice is like super congested. I don't know if I'm having like if it's like a mild cold or if it's just like a really like bad allergic reaction to all the pollen in the air. But oh my god, like my nose and my sinuses are just like so immensely congested, and so it's just like hard to talk and breathe with the same capacity that I normally do. So bear with me if I sound a little under the weather on this video today. But any case, yeah, so let's get into it. So yeah, so the $12.95 sale, I'm loving these price points. And then also in conjunction with a 25% off mailer coupon made these candles $9.71. Like, girl, count me in on that. So the mystery candle drop happened this weekend. As you know, I already had gotten them a little bit earlier, so I already did reviews on them. I didn't need any backups of those whatsoever. We had the number 42, which was the cinnamon and leather one, and I think you can vote for the names on the app, which is interesting because does that mean that they're trying to re-release these under like the new given name the next time around? It's like, girl, nobody asked for a rehash or a repeat or re-release of either of these candles. So it's like, I don't understand if like the naming, yeah, like I don't understand if these are gonna then come back out with the new name that is voted on them. I don't know. It's just like, I'd rather have something different than these under different names. But yeah, I didn't need either of these again, so they were still in abundance at the store. This one was quite strong, and then we had the coffee and lemon one, which was just kind of weird. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. Yeah, just kind of ambivalent about both. This one was a little bit lighter than the leather and cinnamon one, but yeah, if you're interested in these, then check them out, and also I guess vote for a name in the app. Kind of cool to see 4 different naming variations from a marketing standpoint in the app for these, so I kind of appreciated that, but don't need backups of those. So that existed. And then I had to go in because I'm visiting my sister in Japan again here real soon, which I'm so stoked for because I didn't think I was going to be back so soon. So of course I had to hook her up with some candles. So I have some of her selections here as well, or rather ones that I selected for her. And my mom also wanted some candles, so I'll do that at the end of the video. But then we have 4 new ones for myself. They had everything except for the vanilla cloud that I was looking for. That one I couldn't find yet, so I'll just wait until that one actually hits the floor and get it then and have at least something to look forward to. But the other stuff I was happy to snag. And we have Brightest Bloom right here, and that's what that looks like. I actually have 2 of these because I got one for my mom and then one for myself. Kind of fun packaging. It has like a wrap with the flowers on it, and then the wax kind of see through it, and so we like that. And I think this is a very light gold lid, and so that's that right there. I feel like if this was like a light pink or something, that would have been really juicy too. So of course this is previewing. I actually got my mother she really enjoyed this, so she wanted the perfume spray as well, which I think is previewing for $8. And then so let's see, with the coupon that makes it $6. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, whatever. So Brightest Bloom right there. I haven't tried it and I didn't spray it in store either, but I did smell the candle, so that's what that is right there. The new single fragrance launch for the like Mother's Day Spring 3 floor set. We have Lily of the Valley, Jasmine Sandbach, Garden Carnations, and Fresh Cedarwood. Let's see, has a ILN of 70784, so appears to be a new fragrance. It has white wax with the core wicks on it, and that's what that looks like right there. And yeah, this smells very familiar to other like dewy spring floral fragrances. Like, I feel like I've smelled this candle before, and I can't quite put my finger on exactly what it is, but like some other stuff comes to mind. But you get a very much a dewy spring floral in there for sure. That's kind of sweet. Even has like I actually get quite a bit of like like almost like a garden rose is in there, kind of like with the green stem and everything. Yeah, I get that. And the rose really reminds me of like the plain rose body care that I think is out back again. But that used to have a candle way back in the day, and that's what that looks like. And it was also in that rose test collection in the black packaging. Airy rose water, jasmine petals, and creamy musk. Yeah, it reminds me of like the jasmine and rose in this. And I guess this has, let's see, jasmine and carnations in it. So not like a huge stretch. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of this. So if you like the rose body care, this is not too far off from it. Yeah, it also kind of reminds me of if you had the body care, remember Picnic Summer Daisies? It was like some like summer release a long time ago. It kind of reminds me of like Picnic Summer Daisies. It also kind of reminds me a little bit of like First Bloom, the candle that we used to get way back in the day. It was also just called Bloom at one point. It was like a Slack-in classic. It's that very like fresh cut, dewy spring floral mixed with a little bit of those more like the green leaning like rose fragrance rather than the heavy like perfumey heady rose that you might find in other type of rose fragrances. But yeah, I like it. Very kind of just like a nostalgic old school BBW like spring floral fragrance. Yeah, I don't think I need to hoard this one, but I enjoy it. And I think it's not exactly rose, but it's like the most reminiscent to this, plus your First Blooms and that kind of candle. So that was Brightest Bloom right there. So we had two of those, one for me and one for my mother. We then have Blush Amber and Peony, and this is in this like photo floral label, as you can see right here, and that's what that looks like. I think these are gold lids. Sometimes it's like hard to tell in the lighting. Sweet Peony, Warm Musk, Golden Pear with natural essential oils, ILN ending in 07525. And I was like, what is this gonna smell like? I think way back when, a few months ago, there was evidence coming through that there was also a wallflower of this, and I was like, oh my god. And then lo and behold, there's also a candle. Has the thick rope-like wicks with white wax, and that's what that looks like. And whoa, this is very mature body care is what this smells like. Think of your Dark Kiss. Think of also Dream Bright. It's like so immensely similar to Dream Bright. Wow. Yeah. Incredibly similar. This one just has a little bit more of this like powdery, just like a powdery, almost like an air freshener quality to it that's been added to Dream Bright. This one almost has like a little bit sweeter of a berry note in Dream Bright, but they're very, very similar. So, you know, think of your like, those like purple type of like mature body care fragrances that we used to get from Bath & Body Works all the time. Dream Bright, Dark Kiss. I'm sure there's other ones out there that it's escaping me right now. Like, what is it? Secret Wonderland used to be out. Wasn't there something else that was another one of those purple ones that's escaping me? But it's very much Bath & Body Works, like old school body care. Wow, this just like really takes me back. Yeah, I was honestly hoping for something a little bit more like garden floral or like botanical or more like realistic peony, and not so heavily body care mature. But I don't know, I guess I'll try it and see how it goes. But yeah, I guess the Blush Amber gives it this sort of like powdery quality to it. Yeah. This could be some kind of single fragrance launch from years ago for the holiday time, and I would like believe it in a heartbeat. Blush Amber and Peony right there. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it just seems so like much darker or heavier and more like those traditional like holiday fragrances rather than something for the springtime. But I don't know, whatevs. Blush Amber and Peony right there. We also have this one. I was like, do I really need this one? But I was like, this one doesn't come out as often as it used to. And at one moment, when I didn't see this like on the, the spring 1 and spring 2 sheets, I was like, oh crap, maybe this fragrance is just like has run its course. And I was kind of sad about that because I think I only have like one or two from the original like pink jar core release, and that is the Pink Lilac and Vanilla. This one seems to get a like quotable Mother's Day packaging these days, and the wrap is pretty, but I'm not a huge fan of this. Just like, I don't know, I don't love the way this middle rectangle turned out. Just like the grody script font on Love You Mom, and then the way the metallic pink just like doesn't really stand out. There's not enough contrast against the yeah, I don't know. It's just, I would have much preferred if it, yeah, I don't like the background's pretty and the matching lid is so juicy. It's like when we got that didn't it come out in that Good Day Cafe collection when like whipped coffee and was it Wild Berry Jam Donut also came in there with the juicy color match metallic lids? I love that. But in any case, pink lilac and vanilla, fresh lilac bouquets, dewy greens, and vanilla blossom. We smelled this one many times before. It has an ILN ending in 49683, so presumably it's probably the same formula or pour of the ones that we've gotten before that had the thick rope-like wick versions on it, whereas I think the original pink wax one that I had the coral wicks on it. I remember there was one year that this one had the nasty ass fish lids on it. Thankfully this doesn't have the fish lids on it, but I just always kind of equate this fragrance now with the fish lids when it came out one day as the Mother's Day candle, or 1 year as a Mother's Day candle. But yeah, I love this. Beautiful, like pink, frilly, sweet, cutesy fragrance. I love this when it first came out. I was like obsessed with it. I bought like 4 right off the bat. And then I finished at least 2 already. And then I also finished the Good Day Cafe version. So I was like, you know what? I'll pick this one up. It has like the similar lilac, but without that like intense like fresh air note that you get from fresh cut lilacs, but a similar lilac to that lilac fragrance. And then it has what is called vanilla blossom, which is like vanilla blossom actually exists as like a fragrance oil on the fragrance oil market, which is almost like this like creamy, slightly floral, sweet vanilla fragrance. And it kind of just mixes literally like that vanilla blossom fragrance oil with lilac. And I like it. It has just like a very cutesy, like pink frilly feminine quality to it that I've always enjoyed. So pink, lilac, and vanilla right there. Moving on, we have this collection. I can't say I'm a huge fan of this packaging, but she exists. Sparkling Watermelon. I think Iceland and Pound Cake was also available in this, but I have plenty of those from the past year, so I don't need that. I think like Blue Sky Breeze is coming back out. Some other ones that I just don't care about. I think this is the only new one. Yeah. And even this one I was kind of on the fence about. Watermelon juice, bubbly freesia, sliced cantaloupe, ILN 70992. So presumably a new fragrance, white wax with the coral wicks on it, and that's what that looks like. And yeah, this one's not bad. Kind of just like a run-of-the-mill watermelon plus cantaloupe fragrance. It doesn't go quite as hard on that like intensely sweet like Jolly Rancher watermelon note that we get from like pink watermelon. So it is not a repackage of this in my opinion. Let's see. Juicy pink watermelon, sugared strawberry blossoms, and lime zest. Yeah, whoa, you smell this and there's like almost something sour about it, and when you go to burn it, there's almost something that smells like kind of like feet. There's like a little bit of an ickiness in this, but it's just so strong and so intense. It has like this very artificial like candy quality to it, and the zestiness from the lime also comes through as well, but then the strawberry adds this like super sweet artificial component to it. It is not this, but still has a slight reminiscence, of course, because it's the same watermelon that we kind of get from Bath & Body Works. That also exists in like watermelon lemonade as well. We had Coastal watermelon back in the day. It's not that. That one had a little bit of like this sort of salty freshness to it that this doesn't quite have. This one instead kind of has more of that sort of cantaloupe sweetness in there. And so we also have like cucumber melon back in the day as well, and we have that. This one has cantaloupe, honeydew, and cucumber. This one's a lot more crisp and green because that cucumber is present in here. And this is just that so undeniable like 90s flashback cucumber melon. That, you know, this is distinctly different from Sparkling Watermelon, but still has the same melon notes. We also had that watermelon and wild mint right here as well. And this one was wild watermelon, spearmint leaves, and crisp cucumber. There was something about this one that I didn't really care for either. There's something about that mint, just the way it interacts with the melon. There's just something like stomach turning about it. Ugh, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this, but it's not this either. I also, just for nostalgia's sake, wanted to pull out this. It was actually a test fragrance from this awesome like fresh picked collection that we got back in 2000 and this must have been 13 because it was poured at the end of 2012. And we had this melon candle right here. And this one was melon, kiwi, and delicate mint and watery notes. Yeah, it kind of has a little bit of a reminiscence to that. This one, I remember Little Ballad here always saying it had like almost like a jelly donut filling type of smell to it. And I kind of get that similar type of like, it's like so sweet and candy, it almost smells like filling to like this one as well. I mean, I don't think they're exactly the same by any means, but I just kind of want to pull it out because it like had that similar type of like smells like a like jam kind of quality to this melon that also kind of exists in this. But yeah, I think this is new, but it's of course, similar to other watermelon fragrances. But yeah, I think this one, I appreciate that there's a cantaloupe essence to it as well, and so it doesn't go quite as hard on that like sour, like tart Jolly Rancher zestiness that we get in other watermelon fragrances from Bath & Body Works. But it's nice enough. Nothing that I, like, it's not a must-have, and I don't think I need another one, but we'll see how it does. So that was sparkling watermelon right there. It's like pissing me off that there's a hyphen on watermelon, which I guess I understand, but sometimes they don't necessarily do a hyphen when they split a word. But then also sparkling is not centered in the label either. It's like justified to this side. It's just, yeah, it's just the font and the justification. I don't know. It's like pissing me off. But it exists. Sparkling watermelon right there. And I think that concludes all the Spring 3 stuff. The Vanilla Cloud was the only other one that I could not locate, but I'll get that later. That one, I know the hand soap always used to smell like plastic Barbie doll hair, and I never loved that fragrance when it existed in hand soap form, but a lot of times vanilla fragrances in hand soap tend to have this like weird plasticky vibe to it that I'm hoping maybe it'll translate better in the candle rather than in the hand soap. So I'm still excited to smell that one and see how that goes. And I think Gingham Unstoppable is also coming out sometime soon, and those notes also seem promising, so I'm excited for that as well. So still a few things to look forward to for Spring 3. It's just kind of sad that I guess spring is already wrapping up, because spring is like my favorite season at Bath & Body Works, but I feel like I've shopped enough this season. So there was that. Switching gears, my mom wanted some candles. She wanted Tropidelic, but Tropidelic seems to be, I guess, fully deployed and not being restocked because none of my local stores have them anymore, just like completely wiped, which is crazy, which happens a lot of times with like the body care single fragrance launch candles. They don't seem to order as much of those, so those tend to like sell out rather quickly, and by the time she discovered it, it's already gone. So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't get that for her, so just got her a Brightest Bloom instead. And then she loves fresh cut lilac, so I got that from that beautiful like greenhouse collection. I thought these had the fun galvanized lids on it, but I guess the later runs must have the plain boring lids on it, which is a little boring. But lilac bouquets, dewy greens, and soft spring air. Everybody knows what this smells like. I don't have to go into it. Let's see, visiting my sister, and I was like, ooh, what do I want to get her? It's hard because sometimes there's like fragrances that I take for granted, or we take for granted, just because like it's always available at Bath & Body Works and it comes out all the time. But then I have to like put myself in a point of view of like somebody who has not shopped at Bath & Body Works like as frequently and regularly in the past like 10 years or whatever, as much as, you know, I do, and have to think of her point of view. And I'm like, oh, there's like still some like good candles that I want to get her that I might be like whatever. So like sometimes you have to like really, I want to get her a mix of new, but also like some, I guess, really good juicy classics that I'm like, oh, I don't think she's ever actually experienced that before. So what I ended up getting her was, of course, I had to get her a Main Street Bakery. Freaking amazing, love it. She has pretty generally the same taste as me, so it's not too hard to shop for her. Amazing like banana pudding fragrance. I think she's gonna absolutely love this one, so I'm so excited to be able to get that for her. So Main Street Bakery for her right there. Also from that same collection, I was like, oh my god, I feel like I don't think she was around in the States back when Paris Cafe like debuted, and then all the other variations of it. And I'm like, I feel like she would love a coffee fragrance because I freaking love Paris Cafe. And so I was like, you know what, like I have this one and I've tried it so many times before, but I don't know if she's ever had this one. So especially in a cute label, I was like, yeah, let me get Paris Cafe. It was literally the only one left in the store. Super strong, bold, roasty coffee fragrance. So I think she'll really enjoy that one. That should be plenty strong for her. And then we used to love the Honeysuckle fragrances because like she was around back when Honeysuckle was really popular at Bath & Body Works, at least in candle format. And I was like, oh my god, like Backyard Honeysuckle is out, and like she would probably like be nostalgic and appreciative of this fragrance. So I did get her a Backyard Honeysuckle because she used to like the old school Honeysuckle that used to come out all the time as well. Sweet Honeysuckle, Orange Flower Blossom, and Neroli Nectar. This one performs fine for me, so I was really excited to get that for her. And then I kind of wanted to get something that was like very like vacation summer mood for her, that was very like distinctly like tropical vacation vibes, and I've been loving the hell out of this one. So I was like, ooh, coconut pina colada would be good. She used to love Tiki Beach back when that debuted in 2012. Yeah, I think it was 2012. And this is kind of like a deviation of it, but a little bit more like on the nose pina colada. Coconut milk, blended pineapple, and splash of rum. performed great, super strong, awesome, juicy, delicious. So I'm really excited to be able to get that one for her as well. So we have coconut pina colada right there for her. And I think that is it. Yeah, I guess if I ever come across a Tropidelic 3-wick, I'll snag that for my mother, but I could not find that at the local store today. So that was that. And I think that is it. Thank you so much if you watched this video. Thank you again for the kind sales associates at my local store. Totally appreciate it. And of course, I'll try to do candle reviews of the newness on my channel. And that's pretty much it. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.